Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. So if your Whirlpool washer is throwing F5E3 and won't start or finish a cycle, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it in about 15 minutes using tools you probably already have at home. Most people think their motor's dead or the control board's fried, but it's almost always the door or lid lock system acting up. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group, links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. The F5E3 code means your washer can't confirm if the door is locked before a cycle or unlocked after one. It's part of the door lid lock safety system that has to engage and disengage every single time you use the machine. This high cycle count wear is exactly why these failures are so common. We're going to work from the simplest fixes to the more complex ones. Here's the good news. In my experience, about 50% of the time, it's something super simple like clothes blocking the door or a detergent bottle sitting on the lid. Another 25% of the time, it's just a temporary computer glitch that clears with a simple reset. Only about 25% of cases actually need replacement parts. You'll see the error pop up right after you load the washer and hit start. What's happening is something's blocking the latch from fully engaging. Either you've got an overfilled drum where clothes are pushing against the door, or on top loaders, there's something sitting on the lid like a detergent bottle or laundry basket. Here's what you're going to do. First, check if you can see any fabric caught in the door seal on front loaders. Next, remove everything from the top of your washer. I can't tell you how many times I found heavy items preventing the lid from properly unlocking. Then redistribute your laundry if the drum looks packed tight. Try starting the cycle again. This fixes it about half the time. You'll notice the doors clearly closed with no obstructions, but the error keeps coming back. What's happening is the control board has lost track of the lock status, usually from power surges or interrupting a cycle midstream. Here's what you're going to do. First, make sure the washer has completely stopped moving, then unplug it from the wall for exactly 2 minutes. I recommend setting a timer. If that doesn't work, try this sequence. Hit pause, count to 5 out loud, then hit cancel, and wait a full 30 seconds before starting a new cycle. This electronic reset takes less than 5 minutes total. This electronic reset clears the logic hang and fixes about 25% of F5E3 codes. You'll hear a distinctive clicking sound, usually 3 attempts, followed by the F5E3 code. Sometimes the door stays locked even after the cycle should be done. What's happening is the internal solenoid has burned out, or the electrical contacts have failed from all that mechanical fatigue. Here's what you're going to do. You'll need a basic multimeter, about $10 at any hardware store. Set it to the continuity setting, which usually looks like a sound wave symbol, and touch the probes to the lock's electrical terminals. If it doesn't beep or show continuity, the lock is dead and needs replacement. These are sealed units running $60 to $160, and you can't safely repair them. They need replacement. Don't assume it's the expensive control board first, though. I had this lady last month who was quoted $400 for a new board when her $80 lock assembly was the real problem. You'll see the door won't stay closed, or the machine doesn't detect the lid is down even when it clearly is. What's happening is the plastic hook on the door or the tab on the lid is broken, bent, or completely missing. This usually comes from slamming the door or forcing it open while it's still electronically locked. Here's what you're going to do. Get a flashlight and carefully examine the plastic hook on your door or the tab on your lid. You're looking for obvious cracks. There'll often be white stress marks on darker plastic, missing chunks or screws that wiggle when you touch them. Run your finger along the edges to feel for rough spots or breaks. These $15 to $30 plastic parts are often the real culprit, but people jump straight to replacing the expensive electronic lock assembly. Don't make that mistake. Let's break down what you're looking at cost-wise and what makes sense to tackle yourself. The cheapest fix is literally free, just unplugging the unit or clearing obstructions. Most of the time, though, you're looking at either a simple plastic part replacement or a moderate electrical component swap. The key is diagnosing the right component first, because the cost difference between a $15 strike and a $400 control board is huge. These little plastic pieces cost $15 to $30 at places like Repair Clinic or your local appliance parts store. The DIY verdict is easy. Anyone can handle this with just a screwdriver. Here's the thing that catches most people off guard. This is the most overlooked component, but also has the highest misdiagnosis risk. People see the F5E3 code and immediately think electronics, so they replace the $100 plus lock assembly when the $20 plastic strike was just cracked. Always do that visual inspection first, it'll save you a lot of money. This is the big one, $200 to $450 depending on your model, and it has the highest misdiagnosis risk. The DIY verdict is call a pro unless you're really experienced with appliance electronics. Here's where most people mess up. They assume it's the board when the cheaper components are actually the problem. Before even considering this, you need to do a voltage output test from the board terminals to the lock harness. If you're getting proper voltage to the lock but the error persists, then yeah, it might be the board. But honestly, if your washer's over 7 years old and needs a $400 plus control board, you're better off buying a new machine. Don't throw good money after bad on an old appliance. Here's where things get dangerous and expensive fast. Never, ever try to bypass the lid switch with a jumper wire. I don't care what you saw on YouTube. That creates a massive safety hazard where your washer tub can spin at high RPMs with the lid open, and that can seriously hurt someone. Don't use a screwdriver to pry open a lock lid either. That'll destroy both the cabinet flange and the lock housing, turning a $100 repair into a $300 plus nightmare. Don't slam the door or lid to make it lock. That's how you snap those plastic strikes in the first place. And here's a big one. Don't replace the lock assembly without checking the wiring harness for corrosion first. I've seen people spend $150 on a new lock when the real problem was just some green corrosion on a $2 wire connector. Often test the simple stuff first and generally avoid bypassing safety systems depending on the vehicle. You can see on the screen right now the models that see this most often. The Whirlpool top-load HE units are notorious for lid unlock issues, especially when people use the top as storage. The Maytag front loaders have door sag problems that cause the strike to miss the latch opening, and the newer Whirlpool digital models can get stuck in logic hangs that need that double pause reset sequence I showed you earlier. That's how you tackle F5E3. Remember your game plan. Step 1, clear any obstructions and try a power reset. This often takes 5 minutes and can fix many cases. Step 2, inspect those plastic parts with a flashlight. Another 5 minutes that could save you $100. Only move to electrical testing if the simple stuff doesn't work. Avoid using your washer top as a storage shelf, as added weight could potentially strain the lid mechanism and contribute to lock issues. If your door takes multiple tries to click and lock, or the lock light flickers, that's your early warning sign to clean the latch area and check for wear. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your washer working again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.